I used to get my ass whooped like a lot. Like a lot. Like I got the shit beat out of me. People are regretting having kids by Antonio Talks. You know, we love Antonio Talks over here. My brother. Let's get back into it.
So there's a lot of discourse going around right now surrounding kids. Parents are actually regretting having
Yeah,
it.
we know there's a lot. Epstein. We know there's a lot going on surrounding kids. I wouldn't want to have a kid either. Fuck.
Kids. Now, for context, man, I'm a young father myself. I'm 24, and me and my wife, we have 3 kids together. These are my boys on the screen, man. I have twins that are 2 years old, and my
Antonio
youngest just
got
turned
3. 1. You know, I always wonder how many kids he actually had, and it's cool as hell, bro. Bro is active. You see, we have active fathers in their son's life. This is what we need. This is what I love to see.
I love my kids to death, and the thought of regretting them is just crazy to me, right? But I will say I do understand some of the points that these folks are making.
I ain't gonna tell you no motherfucking lie. I love my kids. Lord knows I do. But I'm here to tell you, if you ain't got no motherfucking kids by now, you ain't gotta waste your time.
That's crazy.
Hey, bro, imagine his kids seeing this video, though. Living
I ain't
in
gonna
this
lie.
economy.
That's some shit. That's some shit my mama will say. My mama love you to death. She shows it every fucking day. But that's some shit she'll say.
Man, I can understand where he's coming from. Like, if you don't have kids right now, you don't have a partner that is like seeing eye to eye as you. It's no rush to have kids, right? I talked about in a video how kids literally force you into the system. Because when it's just yourself, if you gotta go homeless, shit, you can go homeless. You can sleep in your car. But when you have a kid, like, that shit is a no-go. So you will work jobs you don't want to work. You will do things that, you know what I'm saying, you normally wouldn't do without children.
Y'all go ahead on and enjoy your life for the rest of your life.
His ass thinking.
Because having kids ain't all what it's cracked up to be. You gotta think about what you're signing up for now. You know what I'm saying? Because, see, most of us had kids. We ain't planning to have kids. We just had kids.
It just happened. You know, they were sneaking around, you know, being lustful, and a baby popped up. So this baby ended up being your downfall. You had to put your career on pause. You had to do this. You had to do that. And what ends up happening is that you get resentment for this child that, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't their fault. That is the whole situation with it.
So we was forced, you know, to take care of what we created. So from the time you have children, you gotta remember.
Not forced. Step up to the plate. You could have went and got milk, my man, but you actually listen. We applaud you in this community, bruh. You actually took care of them even when you didn't want to. Real nigga.
Remember, life is no longer about you no more. You forfeited your life to give it to that child.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah. Now, while doing so now, you gotta give them your time, your energy, your money. You gotta give things to your children that you can never get back. You gotta raise them, you know?
That's what being a parent is. You have to make those sacrifices. Those are the sacrifices that you make. And like I said, bro, if you're not the family type of person, you're not the person who want kids, then you don't, you know, like I said, it's some people want that. Like, I wanted that. My partner, we wanted that.
All for them to grow up and tell you ain't never did shit for them.
That okay.
And the shit that you did do, you had to do because they ain't asked to be here. This can be a blessing.
It's true. You don't get a shake, a handshake, because you fucking did what you were supposed to do. Life, bro. Fucking life. I'm sorry, y'all. Life.
Are they a blessing? All the time? I bet to differ.
This nigga funny.
Bro, his kids go watch this and gonna be like, damn, Pops, you really feel this way?
Yeah, for real.
Those of
He
us
said this
with
shit from
great
the heart.
children that's out here doing great things, that's brought nothing but prosperity and happiness to our lives, those are your blessings. But it's a lot of motherfucking kids out here that's running rabbit.
But like I say, this all is because of the system, though, bro. Like, it's capitalism. I tell y'all this all the time. What tends to happen is that, bro, these parents, they working all day. A lot of them, like, especially in the black community, we have single parents. They work all day. They come home dealing with the kids body. So, like, you know what I'm saying? I understand the frustration, but that is why you have to have kids with the right person.
That's driving their parents fucking crazy. That's out here stealing, being conniving, mischievous, hateful motherfuckers. There's some kids out here that's causing pain and havoc.
But listen though, it's all, like I say, it could be because of the parents too. A lot of people are brought up in toxic ass households. A lot of black parents don't know that they toxic, right? And just because, like I say, you put a roof over their head, like I said, I'm grateful for that. But some people, they think, like, honestly, that's what you're supposed to do, right? Let me use the example of like a young man that's in jail. That black family will send money to him. They will put money on his books. But turn around into a brother that's in college, nobody want to send him money. They want him to get a job and focus on school. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It be the backward shit like that. You know, like, you can't be sad in a lot of these black households. You gotta, what you sad for? I gotta, like, it's a lot of shit like that. So that's why people feel the way they feel about their parents. So you gotta, OG, I understand your pain, but also it be the parents too now. Yeah. All right?
There's a lot of kids out here that don't honor their parents, don't respect their parents.
I absolutely honor my parents, man.
Yeah,
like, I respect them so much. Man, when I was in high school, I really wanted to get a job. I wanted to work a job. And my dad was like, no, just focus on school. Like, whatever, if you need anything, I got you, right? We grew up in the inner city, you know what I'm saying? We ain't had it like that. But one thing, like, you know, when tax time came around, you know, I would get what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Tax time was Christmas for us, right? So, shit, bro, I think I got my PlayStation in like the 8th grade, and I was just a game head. I didn't really care for clothes like that. I would just keep me a pair of forces. So like majority of the things that he bought me, my mom and dad bought me, was just gaming stuff, computer stuff and shit like that. If y'all didn't know, man, I started off as a gaming YouTuber playing 2K, right? It was just something I fell in love with, making videos, and that shit paid off. I'm just thinking like, damn, what if I had to go work a job? And then even when I really started making bread, I didn't have to pay bills. I was just stacking my own money. You know what I'm saying? And this really set me up for when I left the house. I left the house at 19. You know what I'm saying? I graduated at 17. So I had like a 2-year gap. And I was just at home chilling. You know what I'm saying? Stacking my bread. It didn't have to pay no bills. And this is something that I really appreciate because I hear stories from other black families. They like, oh, my mom made me get a job, made me get out at 18. They made me do this. They made me do that. And I'm like, damn, bro. It's like, just looking back, 18, you still a damn kid. That's crazy.
You got to kind of weigh, you know, the good and the bad before you think about having kids. Because you got to think about it now. That child ain't you. No matter how good you raise a child, no matter what you try to instill in them, boy, they're still going to grow up and be whoever God ultimately designed them to be. And with all the worldly influence that we got now, boy, it's hard. Because nowadays, your child is corrupted and influenced by so much in today's society where it's hard to kind of just raise your child on your own the way you want them to be. Your child gonna mostly be what the world wants them to be.
Their environment shapes them.
The truth. Whatever they're interested in. Because the world have more of a leash on our children than we do.
Yeah, and that's just like, that just comes down to taking that damn phone. Putting time limits on the phone. I know you might not want to be that parent, but bro, be that parent. If it's going to better your child, be that parent, dude. Like, take that down phone, bro. I used to think that shit was horrible. I personally never really got my phone taken. I wasn't really the troublemaking kid, like, well, in high school when I really had a phone. But, like, younger than that, like, yeah, I used to be on bullshit. I used to get my game taken and shit, but, you know, and I used to get my ass whooped, like, a lot. Like, a lot. Like, I got the shit beat out of me a lot of times.
So, children can be a blessing, and mine were a blessing.
He said that shit.
And although I can't stand their ass at times, and I wouldn't trade them for the world, sometimes I do ask myself,
hey, he funny.
what my life would have been like if I wouldn't have had none.
Let's look through these comments though, man, because a lot of people agree with him. His kids watching this video like. Great comment right here. People want babies, not kids. They forget they grow up regardless. That's a fact. And remember, they are permanent. It's a job you can never clock out of. Having kids and getting married just seems like a life downgrade. I disagree with that. Like I said, it just depends on how you want to live your life. Y'all playing, but OG really vent. He got some heavy on his heart. I see both sides. A lot of of the parents feel like, damn, they gave their kids the world. Then the kids feel like, oh, you did the bare minimum. It's like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, just looking back, so I can get the frustration, man. It's just something we got to come to terms on. We need to go against capitalism. It's capitalism's fault. I'm telling y'all. I'm going to keep saying it. The more I learn about capitalism, the more you see that this shit is the downfall of everything. All my parents out there, how do y'all feel? But that's it, man. If y'all want to see something similar to this, go check out one of my videos right here, man.